Good morning, Mr. Sunil Fernando,
Good morning, teacher.
and also to Mr. Hiran Fernando.
Good morning to you, sir.
My name is Sunil Jayasinghe, and I think you both know me.
Yes.
And I was very surprised to see you both on this very auspicious day to the Buddhist. That you both been. You are a Catholic.
Yes.
You are a Catholic and you are a Christian.
Yes.
To come on this very special day, which is the auspicious day of the Vesak day, all the way from maybe 50 to 60 miles. You are living in Torrance, and where about you?
I'm living in Pomona.
Pomona, all the way to this Buddhist place here, the temple, and observe Sil. Of course, you are not have observed Sil, but Mr. Fernando has. And I was speaking to one Mr. Edward Fernando too, that he also has observed Sil. And I would like to know what you think. I don't want to know about what happened in Sri Lanka. I want you to tell me your reason, individual reasons or individual commitment to make this day a special day for you. Let me start with Mr. Fernando.
Yes. As for me, I was born as a Christian Catholic and in a Catholic family, very devout family, and I was in the midst of the Catholic surroundings. So, that was my childhood. And right now I am an elderly person, I am a senior, I am 71 years old. But my thinking and analysis are not that what I was as a child, as a teenager or a young man. So, recently I came to understand when I listened to various religious philosophies that apart from my religious belief, the Buddhist philosophy I can categorize as the most upmost and top philosophy in the world, because it is very amazing when you go into the Lord Buddha's teaching and discourses that he has given to the people of this world. It is so applied to our day-to-day life. So I don't categorize as everybody knows, it's a philosophy. So it's a very, very methodical the way of leading your life as a good man and to the general human mankind, how to, he has teach the people how to lead your life, and very simple. So therefore, I started off venerating Buddhist philosophy for some time. Then I used to listen to sermons of various Buddhist monks and in various ways, like mostly YouTube and all that when I have free time. And I developed a certain liking to do that. So I observe my religious practices, rituals, as I have learned and practiced from my childhood. That is there. But apart from that, this Buddhist teaching is so valuable for your day-to-day life. So that is why I think I am here today, because I thought now I am in the latter part of my life, and before I demise, so maybe I can come at least one day for a year to observe in Buddhist rituals like this in a Vesak day. Yesterday we took part in another program in another religious center. It's not a Buddhist thing, but it's a Vesak program.
So is this the first time you are coming to a temple?
No, this is not the first time. Well, I have been numerous times, numerous temples, and I have in the association.
I think I saw you once or twice at the Prince.
Yes, I have been so many temples, and I like to go to temples. My wife is a Buddhist. Sometimes I encourage her to go to the temple when I was back in Sri Lanka. When I was back in Sri Lanka. So it is there. I don't see any difference, any collision of my belief with this. I don't see anything like that.
So have you studied Buddhism?
A little bit, not as a particular in subject matter, but I have come to know and basic things, the basic teaching of Buddhism, and those things are very
Yeah,
understandable.
let me talk to Hiran. So Hiran, can you give me a good reason for you as a, you're not a Catholic, you're a Christian.
I'm Christian, yes.
As a, what denomination are you?
Anglican.
Anglican.
It's called Episcopal here.
Episcopal. Yes,
Episcopal
yeah.
in USA.
Yeah. So what made you as an Anglican Christian to be coming today to this sacred, this place where Buddhists are actually observing the birth of and the demise and another demise, the Parinibbana, and the enlightenment of Lord Buddha. What made you?
I'm from a Christian school. I studied in a Christian school, St. Thomas's Bandaravilla, and then Trinity. And I had a lot of Buddhist friends. In Bandaravilla, there was a temple that all the Buddhists went. Christians also went there. And in the same time, it's a Trinity. We went. Trinity, all Buddhists went to the temple of Tooth. So I was in a team where we did the research of how the Perahera is conducted.
Mm-hmm.
And I came very close to certain administration part of the Perahera as well as the spiritual side of. Then when I got married to a Buddhist girl. And ever since I got married, I had gone to the Buddhist temple there to the church. And coming to USA, and the second day I had to go for an interview in a school. The person who took me to that school was a Buddhist monk from Pasadena Temple.
Say that again, you mean to say in Sri Lanka?
Here in
Or
USA.
USA.
So my wife's cousin took me to this temple in Pasadena and said, "Can you take him at this time to this school? He has an interview at the university." So they took me. Then I started talking about Buddhism. Now I'm reading about Buddhism. Buddhism is the way of life. That's the best way of life.
Yes.
I mean, you can select this or you can select that, or you can go in between. So I thought that we all should start. You don't have to be a Buddhist to be follow Buddhism. Buddhism is something very unique, that it is very practical. And as a point of view, a Christian who has been getting distinction in Christianity and getting prizes in the Sunday school, doing the Christianity literature, but I think Buddhism is the way of life. It's a very simple way of life. And I have been going to Buddhist temples every Vesak day since I came here. And I think most of the Buddhist priests knows that I'm a Christian and I have certain limitations and I'm not that comfortable, but they accept that.
Have you studied Buddhism at all?
No, I am now.
You are reading about Buddhism.
Yes, I got a book about Buddhism written by an American. So that's the advice I got from a Buddhist monk when I asked what's the best book I can read. They said, don't read anything written by a Sinhalese. First, read a book about somebody who had written non-Buddhist. Because they understand Buddhism in a different way. That maybe the correct way, maybe the wrong way, but then when you read, then he also gave me a book written by one of the Buddhist priests in Sri Lanka. And it's a little bit tough. I mean, you have to refer to the dictionary, some of the words. Yeah. So, I think
So
my message to people is Buddhism is a way of life, because you want love one another. Even if you see, although you said not to talk about what happened in Sri Lanka, but see how people got together, the Buddhists and the Sinhalese,
Yes.
the Christians, and that's amazing.
Yes.
That is amazing.
So, getting back to, so you did some work to organize a procession in Sri Lanka.
Not exactly a procession. We did a study.
Perahera, no?
Yeah. We did a study of Perahera, a team of us, and we were given the blessing by the Buddhist master in charge. And we did a small presentation like when did it started, how did it started, why it started, and there's a international standard called ISO 9000, which most of the companies embrace that. If you So the ISO guru in Sri Lanka, he's not there anymore. He and I were good friends. He said, all before ISO 9000 standard came in, it was this Perera who documented everything. What they do, how they do, why they do, and that is about how much? 1,000 years ago? Since the day of Perera. So that is something unique to the Sinhalese culture.
Right.
So I like
So
to...
did that have any influence of you going to the temples and associating with the priests?
Not exactly. Actually, my influence came from there's a Buddhist temple in Kandy, just about Trinity College, called Tapovanarami.
Yes, I know that place.
Yes. So that place, you go there, you meditate. You don't
Yes.
talk to anybody. So I being a sportsman, to concentrate. Most of the sportsmen went there.
What kind of sports do you indulge in?
I played cricket.
Cricket.
I played cricket for St. Thomas's and Bandarla and Trinity up to a certain level. Then I started playing badminton.
Badminton. Okay, good. That's supposed to be.
Yeah. So so when I went to Tapovanarami, my Buddhist friends taught me how to balance your head. But things comes to your head when you're meditating. You're
Right.
But I think that was my influence.
Oh, I see. So now you've been.
I know this person. We had a nickname for this person in Trinity. He became a Buddhist priest, and about 5 years ago he came here.
Yes.
I can't remember his Buddhist name. Yes, but yeah, he was.
So what I gather from you both is that you all, though you were born to a Christian family or Roman Catholic family, that has been the path that you had followed in your life. Like, for example, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, and all these people, they were born, and at some point they thought, hey, these are the things which I have to do. Even Einstein, for example. I'm not going to get into all that right now. But I can see when you all get erudite or educated yourself, you all have a feeling toward the philosophical way of life and directing your life in a way that it is very conducive to you and your family and to the rest of the world. Compassionate, loving kindness, and meditate, right? That's correct? That is what I am getting from you all?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. It's correct, right? That's my analysis about you both.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So I think I really got the message from you both, and very happy that you all think that way, because we are here only for a short time, and if we don't go in the correct path.
I see in my life associating Buddhist friends and background. As a child, I can still remember when I was living in the village. We used to go. There are a couple of temples in my village. We used to go to that temple, and we meet priests and having meals sometime in temples. This is village level.
Yeah.
But right now, I think I am happy, at least in this ended part of my life, I could realize what is religion, what is dharma, right? So when you apply the dharma to your life, the Buddhist philosophy, the Buddha Dharma is the most attractive and very close method of live your life. Yes.
Thank you very much, Sunil Fernando and Kiran Fernando.
Yeah,
I really appreciate for your time, and I will look forward to see you more at the temples and talk to the priests, because these people have given up their lives in order to serve the.
Even today, this coming here, I came with two of my friends.
Yeah.
It is my suggestions.
I came with two of my friends who came from San Francisco.
Okay. Yeah.
And,
all the way to.
I said,
In 2003, this temple started by the priest here. 2004, I migrated from Sri Lanka to here, and one of our family friends said that, can you please take this statue to California, and I will tell you where to hand it over. So when we brought here, I said, this is the temple.
Yeah.
So that the statue is there. So that was 2003. Now this is 2019. I say this is like an unbelievable place. when I
When
came
you
here.
first, yeah, when you first came
You know
here.
this, another thing I want to tell is a very special thing, very timely thing, what happened in Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
So I heard from a lot of people and in media that our
I will be putting this in the